Hello, Aries. I am here with your April 2021 tarot. We're going to use the Murder of Crow tarot. I've done an off-screen pre-shuffle, and let's get started. Let's ask for the messages for Aries for the month of April. Now, Aries, some of you are going to be having your birthday in April yet. I am recording this on April 2nd. So if you have not had your birthday already, then happy birthday. And if you already had your birthday, then happy belated birthday. Right now, things are really rocking and rolling for you, Aries. Part of the reason why is we've got the Sun in Aries, we've got Venus in Aries, Venus point in Aries. We had the Moon in Aries for a while. I know there's more that I'm forgetting. And part of the reason why is right now there's just not a lot going on in the cosmos. Everything being in Aries is pretty much it. While I'm shuffling the cards, I'm going to get the clerical administrative stuff out of the way. If you like the reading, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please note that I am going to start doing something a little bit different with my readings, and that when it comes time to do next month's reading, whatever sign has the most views, likes, comments, interactions, I will be taking that sign and giving them a couple of extra readings for the following month. So an example would be if I had started this last month, then Libra would have won by a landslide. They had more than 80 views. I'm going to say almost 100 more views than its next closest. So if you want to get in on the running, oh, Aries, you've got a lot of major arcana here. If you want to get in on that, then share, subscribe. Those are interesting. Share, subscribe, tell your friends to check out the channel, and particularly your sign, if you want a couple of extra readings next month. So we're going to start off with the bottom of the deck card. So this is the energy and the influences that are playing out behind the scenes that we maybe aren't feeling in the biggest way, but it's what is influencing the rest of the month. Now, I do daily readings, and I do strongly suggest that if you are going to watch any of them, watch the one for April 2nd. That is a general reading that is going to carry out. I know it's a daily tarot, but that energy was just absolutely crazy. The whole entire reading was almost all major arcana. Major arcana equals major energy. So you may want to go and have a little look at that one in particular, just because it'll give you a better sense of what to expect over the next month as kind of a general type feeling that not just you, but everybody around you is going to potentially be feeling or dealing with. But the background influence energy for you specifically, Aries, for the month of April is the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to recording on my laptop, and I'm not exactly sure where the camera is to show you the cards. 9 of Wands. It is the Wounded Warrior, and the Wounded Warrior, it does not matter what your wounds are or were. Could be emotional, could be psychological, could be physical, could be all of them. The Wounded Warrior, despite the wounds, how they got them, gets back up to fight again. And it's the old adage of getting back up on your horse to ride again. It's that same energy. And a quick side note with the cosmos, we have the Wounded Warrior asteroid Chiron. A quick backstory about Chiron. It is named after, I believe it is Roman, it could be Greek. The planets all have a Greek and Roman name for them, or at least a backstory that is linked in with either Roman mythology or Greek mythology. Just kind of depends on which planet it is, who discovered it, when it was discovered, as to the influence. But Chiron, it's an asteroid that floats between Saturn and Uranus, and it is the wounded warrior, named after Chiron, the warrior. I believe it was Roman. He was accidentally shot with a poisonous arrow. Now, Chiron, the actual figure or person, was immortal, meaning they could never die. And the poisonous arrow was from another, I forget the name now, another person in the mythology, Roman mythology, that they had put a special ingredient into the poison that would make the poison everlasting. So when Chiron was hit with this arrow, he's always wounded, he's always dying, but then healing himself, getting back up into battle, knowing he's going to be wounded again. Now, Chiron, I believe, is also in Aries, and the wounded warrior influence in your sign is really going to help you push through any hard times that you are currently going through, heal those wounds. With Chiron being in Aries, it really, really wants us to focus on the rebirth part, the getting back up to fight again aspect, instead of sitting back and licking your wounds. There is no sorrow or sympathy or self-pity that is in Chiron's energy right now. So the wounded warrior energy is what you've got playing out in the background. Now, we don't really have a bottom of the deck. I just kind of went with the flow of what we've got. We have a fire sign, major arcana. Now remember, major arcana equals major energy, and major arcana energy always trumps the minor arcanas, and that includes the court cards. But we have the card of Leo, the strength card. Now, as you can see, there's the infinity symbol right here, and the lion tamer is holding the beast back. This strength card is not about overpowering, but it's about tempering your own strength. You have a lot of inner strength, especially being in Aries. You're fiery, and you have a lot in common with the Leos, partly due to your fire sign influences, but you've got a lot of inner strength, and you use willpower and grace to exert that strength instead of just brute strength and basically beating the animal into submission. It's using willpower and grace in order to show your strength. Up next, we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, it's a movement card. Eights are also a sign of basically infinity. But the Eight of Cups, it's walking away or leaving behind something that you had an emotional attachment to. It does not have to be a person or a relationship. It could just be a situation where you were really attached to the outcome, and maybe it's time to put that away. Now's not the time. Let go of the attachment, and you're going to walk away from it, at least for now. Up next, we have the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords, very intelligent, very articulate, very ruthless. He's the ruthless king. He will execute you if needed. He will tell you the truth where you need to hear it. The King of Swords, air energy, by the way, does not take into consideration the emotion or the emotional aspect of dealing with other people or the situations involved. Up next, we have the Two of Pentacles. Now the Two of Pentacles, Pentacles being earth energy, talking about things that are tangible, money, employment, finances. The Two of Pentacles is basically a juggling act. Twos are usually about balance. This particular card, though, is feeling out of balance, or that you are juggling and trying to do a lot, maybe too much with your finances. You're being spread thin, and you're juggling. You're not in balance, and one wrong move and everything could fall. Up next, we have Major Arcana card, more earth energy, and that is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, usually described as being the Pope, religious figure, and the male religious figure, wise, has a lot of answers, is the mentor and the teacher all in one. Now, up next, these three here, no real surprise that they go together. In fact, you have quite a bit of earthy type energy. And that ties into your money. And I really strongly feel that you guys are really concerned about money or your job. And rightfully so, there's a lot of people who are. But the Hierophant is also somebody that you can turn to and trust. But remember that wise person who's got a lot of answers? We're going to see more of that in a moment. But first up, we have air energy. We have the Magician. This is a Major Arcana card as well. And the Magician has whatever he needs to move forward and to create the next thing, or to manifest the next thing. There is a little bit of alchemy involved in this particular card. Now, that doesn't mean anything bad. Doesn't mean you have to go and kiss a frog or anything like that. It just means that you're willing to put things together and make magic happen. You manifest, you create. And remember that wise man energy? This is more earth energy. We've got the Hermit card. Card of Virgo, very earthy. How these two cards relate with the Hierophant and the Hermit, other than they both start with H and are masculine energy. There is, by the way, a lot of masculine energy, but there is some feminine energy coming in just a moment. But the masculine energy that is here, the Hermit is the wise man, and he is the wise man to me who lives up on the mountain that people go to seek their answers, and the wise man has all those answers, but lives in isolation, kind of keeps to themselves. Quick side note, I know this deck is about crows. Normally in this lantern is a star, and that is the energy of the Star card, which talks about hopes and dreams, but also lights the way, lights the path. You are not completely isolated, you are not completely alone, and you are not completely in the dark. You do have light within you, you have the answers within you, and if not, you've got a masculine figure. They don't have to be male, they're just have a masculine energy that you can turn to, and they're going to have some answers for you. They may even be willing to mentor you. Now remember that feminine energy that I was talking about? It starts off with the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups, very nurturing, very loving, very soft, very feminine, usually depicted as being pregnant. You don't have to be with child, you're just in the process of really caring and nurturing, whether it's for other people around you or it is a new idea. And these two cards do kind of scream a lot of mom energy, because the final card that I've got for you, Major Arcana card, the Empress. Feminine energy. She is the mother to all of the queens, again, usually depicted as being pregnant. So if you are wanting to get pregnant or hoping you might be pregnant, really keep an eye on things this month. If you are wanting to not get pregnant, please take precautions because there's a lot of fertility here. But it doesn't necessarily have to mean your physical body fertility. It could just mean that you're fertile with ideas and passion and love and compassion. It's a very warm energy that it's like your mom giving you a great big hug. And if your mom wasn't like that, then your grandmother. It's that type of energy. It's very nurturing, very caring, and you're getting ready to birth something new. So altogether, what does this mean? This means in the background, you're not sitting back. Any wounds that you had wherever you've been hurt in the past, you're letting that go. You're walking away. You're stronger than that, and you're using that strength, and you're cutting yourself loose from all of these ties where it's having you feel like you're out of balance. You may need to use the help of a mentor or go to somebody who can help you with doing so. That could be in the form of clergy, that could be in the form of a lawyer, that could be in the form of a therapist, or just a male or masculine energy friend that you can open up to, and they can help you start creating what comes next. What ideas are you going to be nurturing in order to start getting ready near the end of the month to be birthing something new? Now, that tarot reading I told you about on April 2nd, there's a lot of talk about new beginnings and things really coming to an end, not sitting back and being sorrowful and sitting in grief. There's a lot of movement forward in the general energy for the month. You're no exception because you are moving away from this emotional attachment. And I'm just looking at the cards here, and I do apologize for the background. I'm in the middle of painting everything. But you're letting it go, and you're moving forward, and you're getting ready to birth something new. So I'm going to leave it here for you, Aries, and I will talk to you next month.